Meet the team that doesn't just talk about impact, they ignite it. Jim Morris and producer Rachel.
Let's go.
I think I need more enthusiastic cheering. I don't like it.
Tuesday. Good morning, everybody.
Happy Tuesday.
Let's go. May 6th.
I know, we're just like trucking away. It's crazy. It's just crazy. The concept of time is so weird to me lately, but anyway.
All right. I've got something I want to share today. I know we usually, plan stuff and we usually chat the day before, but I wanted to just kind of chat about what was on my heart today, if that's okay.
Go for it, Jim.
Okay. So when I think about energy and I think about gains, I started to think about what's the emotion that's tied to an energy gain for Jim Morris, right? What's the emotion that's tied to an energy drain for Jim Morris? And as I was thinking about this last night, I was thinking through people, right? Obviously, Jim Morris, deep human connection, impact effect community, a truthful tribe we're building, people amongst similar goals, similar destinations, visions in life. And as I was thinking through people, I'm like, okay, we talk a lot about interactions. We talk a lot about people. We talk a lot about clients. We talk about the energy they give us, the energy they drain us. But what's that actual emotion that those people are creating for us, right? And as I was trying to think through, I'm like, okay, well, you've got two different spectrums. You've got charts of different emotions. You've got 7 levels of consciousness, right? You've kind of got all these indicators to tell you what an emotion is, what it's derivative of, and then where it lies on a scale, essentially, right? And when you're at low frequency, maybe that's like victim mentality, you're living in fear, anxiety, and then it kind of goes up, right? And it gets to like love, and then above love is joy, and then above that is like, I think it's enlightenment, and that's kind of like God or the creator or a Buddha, right? Like just at that top level. And I was thinking through like, okay, if I take this 7 levels of consciousness, if I take this chart of emotions to show kind of where you're at and what it correlates to, then what's the emotion that gives me the most energy? And, yesterday you had talked about something being the say that a quote again.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
So when you said that yesterday, it had me up last night thinking about joy. So I went to the chart, and what I realized was like love is right here and joy is above it. So I was trying to think through it. I'm like, okay, if something is going to give me energy, typically it's love for me, right? And I'll give you a perfect example. I went to a retreat the other week, and a men's retreat. It was not this broed out event. It was not this like, I'm going to be a warrior man. And, like it wasn't that. It was literally like, who are you? Who are you becoming? Here's philosophy. Here's history. Make your own decisions, right? Like here's what we're educating on you. How do you perceive it? Well done. Very well done. Meriwether Academy, if anybody's interested in a weekend getaway with some men. And as I was thinking that through, I'm like, you know what? I'm low energy this morning. Just straight up, folks. I'm a little low energy this morning. A lot going on. I was coming off a retreat last week. I've been in Dallas the past week, coming back to family, coming back to life, coming back to family vacation time, right? So I've just been running and gunning, and I'm like, okay, I need some energy. What emotion am I trying to get to? And that's what I wanted to share today is like, when you're in the energy low, what emotion do you need to feel to get to the energy rise, to get to the energy high, right? And then also, what emotion are you feeling now and why you're drained? For me, I have feeling low energy because I've just been nonstop. Like and it's not even physical nonstop, right? Like I'm talking just brain power and physical. and just moving parts and a lot of things going on, right? And then I started to think about, okay, well, I want to feel love. I want to give love, because when I give love, I feel love. So what can I do to give love? Well, of course, it's 5 a.m. and we're doing this morning show at 6 Central. So I'm not going to like call the person who put that retreat on this early, right? And my wife, is still asleep right now with the kiddos. So I can't just go like, I love you. Wake up. I want to tell you I love you and hug you and kiss you.
She would not like that. That would not be love and joy for her on the emotion scale. You'd be bringing her energy to here. Why are you waking me up?
Yeah, exactly. Grabbing her energy of life and trying to put it in my chest.
Don't do that, Jim.
But I wrote out a nice, because here's the thing. I wrote out a nice message to the gentleman that put that retreat on. And the act of creating that message gave me energy. I didn't even have to send it yet because I don't want to send it, right? It's what, 6:10 or something like that, a.m. Central, 6:06. So just the act of writing that out and thinking through it gave me so much energy. And then I'm like, we got to talk about this, because I literally went from like bogged down, tired, mentally tired as well, physically tired, low vibration, low consciousness, having a little bit of like anxiety, which is a level of fear, right? About what's been coming up, and fear around my energy level, right? Knowing that I have all these things to do and I want to do them at a high level, and I care about these things, and I'm going on vacation with my family soon coming up, and
which is not a vacation, especially when you have little kids, and you know that as a parent, it's a vacation. He has babies, like good luck.
Yeah. That first night is always hard because it's a new bed, it's a new place. We don't know what sleep's going to be like. We're probably going to get to bed a little bit later.
We know
normal.
exactly what sleep is going to be like. You'll be on the couch and she'll be in the bed with both children.
That's my life.
Let's be realistic.
That's my life.
It's going to be. Okay. So really quickly, what you're talking about to me is the opportunity to give thanks and gratitude. So even when you're down here on the energetic scale, it is absolutely miraculous how gratitude and being grateful and thankful for what you do have can get you up those levels to joy, because you cannot jump from down here, fear and anger, sadness, to joy and love, right? You have to go through those levels. And really what it starts with is exactly what Jim is referring to, is giving thanks, giving gratitude. So maybe, yes, it's to somebody else, but also it can just simply be like, I'm grateful for the, roof over my head. I'm grateful for the food that's in the refrigerator. I am grateful for the oxygen that I am breathing right now. Does that make sense? And when you start with that, it like starts to ignite. It starts to ignite, and you have to really feel that, right? You started this whole conversation with emotion and feeling. And you have to feel that gratitude. If you really aren't in that space, honestly, go take a nap. Taking a nap always sort of shuts down that negative energy spiral. And then you can sort of wake up and try again. Let's find some gratitude, right? Or even putting music on. Like music helps too. But I think that number one, that will absolutely help you move up those ranks of emotions. And then number two, how amazing is it that somebody put on an event, took a chance, right? Because we all know, all of us that have had events, you literally up until the nth moment, you don't know, is anybody actually going to show up? Are people going to be here? I have been thinking about this for months. Like, is this actually going to be executed? Are they going to love it? Are they going to hate it? So to have that feedback from you of gratitude for the person that threw the event is probably going to change his day, right? It's so fascinating that we don't get that feedback. People love to complain. But very rarely do we give gratitude and thanks. So hopefully today, number one, if you are on that lower energy scale of emotion, start to think of gratitude, find places that you can be grateful for, literally, even if it's just the oxygen that you're breathing. That in and of itself can be enough to get you at least the next level out of like fear and anger into like, okay, not hopeless. And then if somebody has done something for you or has created something that you appreciate, like show them thanks, give that gratitude to somebody else. It's such a small gesture, but literally can change the energy of your day and their day too. And I feel like a lot of times we just get sucked into complaining. And until you can start reversing that negativity into something positive, you'll always just be stuck in that negative energy. Same thing with like gossiping and talking smack about people, right? Like it all just brings you down to this like low energy vibration. So I want today on this beautiful Tuesday, oh God, to think about Jim on vacation with his children and also just have gratitude and thanks just to get like, let's get you up that energetic scale. If we can all find joy in every day, that would be amazing. And I love that joy is above love. That actually makes sense to me.
Yeah, because and the only thing I want to add to that is if you are someone who, because this was me, tough to get into the gratitude loop. Like it's tough to get into the gratitude loop for some people. Some people it's easy. They're like, okay, close my eyes. I'm grateful for this. I love my wife. I love my kids. I can't believe I'm eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This jelly is amazing. It's organic. It came off a tree. Who developed the tree? Fucking life is awesome. Right? Like people do that. If Rachel's listener shit.
Literally gonna beat myself. That was
but people like I can never do that. That's not, I don't go there. I just don't. I don't know. You can say, Jim's broken. You could say, whatever, but like, that's not me. And I know there's some people listening to this that may not be them. So I think too, is like gratitude for yourself and what's around you in front of you. Awesome. Amazing. For me, and I get to this now. Like I can navigate gratitude. I do often do gratitude ping pong when I'm with people where we ping pong back and forth, and that cohesive energy and flow allows me to ideate around things that I'm grateful for. So like if Rachel said, I'm grateful for peanut butter and jelly, specifically jelly and strawberry, well, that could now spark as I'm listening to that. Oh man, you know what? Well, I'm grateful for Nutella chocolate. Right? Like whatever that's related to that, it opens it up. But if you're by yourself and you're struggling, you're having a hard time, and this was me years ago, it was tough for me to feel gratitude like every day because it was a muscle I never started working. It was easier for me to give gratitude to others in the beginning. So if you're someone that struggles with it internally of like, wow, I'm just grateful to be here, myself and present, and I've got this laptop that's like gorgeous and it's working and it worked today and my camera usually doesn't line up the first time and it did. I can get to that now, but in the beginning it was all outbound rather than internal. So my suggestion to you is if you can't get to the internal stuff, you're not broken, but start with the external. Who can you give love to that will rise your energy? What can you do to get an emotion that will rise your energy? And that could be a simple thank you. That could be an in-depth conversation. That could be a quick text message, a video. Like I'm going to send the video to Warren who did that retreat because I want him to see my emotion because I'm a very emotional person. Right. So like in text message, I'm awful. I'm way too direct. I think it comes from like getting into corporate early, holding a level of power. And I don't, and my mentorship, it was just like rough and tough Boston guys. Right? Like doing business, doing big money, but there was never like that flow. It was always just like a direct text message or a direct email or like, you don't do it, you're fucking fired type of thing.
I think it's an East Coast thing, by the way. I'm from New Jersey and New York. We don't have time for flowery language. So same thing.
But if I'm going to reach, and this is something I would really, really take focus to the point I'm about to make because it took me a while. I'm an East Coast guy. I'm direct, but I need to have a level of emotional intelligence, and I need to understand how people receive my information to ensure that it enacts the outcome in an emotion that I wish and want. So 100%. But I'm in Nashville talking to a guy who has been in Nashville for 10 years. I have to understand emotional intelligence. So for me specifically, I'm going to do a video because you can feel my emotion on video, right? You see my hands, you see my cues, my head tilts, my eyes get wider when I'm excited, right? Like I want them to feel that. but I don't have time to do it later. So I'm going to record it now and I'm going to send it at 8:00 because I want to be respectful. Another piece of emotional intelligence to provide that level of gratitude, right? When you roll over and get a 4:30 in the morning text, you may not receive it fully. And the whole goal is for me to do this because it gives me energy, but ultimately it also will hopefully give that person energy too. So that's my gratitude. That's my love. That's my joy.
I love that. And just a side note, as we're wrapping up, because we both have like media and marketing companies, he could use that video as a testimonial. So for those of you that have small businesses, friends trying new events, trying new things, trying new networking, whatever it is, and you could be a testimonial to them, or you could leave a thoughtful comment for them, that is also showing gratitude, right? Like I say this all the time. I continuously post videos about this. It is free to support your creators. It is free to support your friends with small businesses. We're not asking you to buy anything. We are simply asking you to like, to subscribe, to share, to save, and leave a thoughtful comment. It is free, and you do it to strangers. And it pisses me off that you won't do it for your friends or your family members that have small businesses that are trying so hard to create something for themselves. Just because you don't want to live the dream doesn't mean you cannot support other people who are. So doom scroll all you want, but consciously, when you're going on, help your friends out. Write a testimonial. Do a video, share, comment, like, follow, subscribe, and move on. It would literally change your friends, family members who have these small businesses online. It could change their lives. It is nothing for you to do. It takes seconds.
The other thing too on that is just because that person doesn't own a business or isn't an entrepreneur doesn't mean you can't reciprocate a recommendation. How you do that is you go on LinkedIn and you write a LinkedIn recommendation of their character, right? You may not work with them, but write a LinkedIn recommendation of their character. Also, quick hack, we do this in Creative Vibe Marketing. If you want a review from a customer because you crushed it and they're busy and they're just not doing it, go give them a LinkedIn recommendation on their character and then email them to do a Google review for your business. And it's going to enhance it by, I would say, 60, 70% opportunity that they're going to actually write that review. So I always say, like, people are like, oh, well, they're just too busy or they don't answer my emails. And it's like, that's great. You're using the avenue and the medium that's extremely convoluted, right? Email, like if you email me, there's like, Rachel knows this, there's like 10% chance I'm going to actually like find it, locate it, and see it and respond to it. But if you shoot me a text like, yo, I just did this, or something pops up on my LinkedIn and it's from Rachel writing a review, then I'm probably going to be like, oh, maybe I should write a review for her. And then I go to my email and it's right in there, the link, boom, done. So quick hack to do. LinkedIn recommendations are how you can reciprocate back to that person that's not a business owner, but is a friend, because you know their character and you can talk about their character. So we'll end on that. I know I love that.
Well, it takes seconds and it feels good, right? Like do the things that feel good, have gratitude, thank somebody today. It's literally can be life-changing for that person. You never know what somebody's going through, and a simple thank you or a little bit of gratitude thrown somebody's way, life-changing for both of you. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.